So here I'm going to go through a few examples of different types of compound statements. An example here, I visited White Sands National Park and Gila Cliff Dwellings National Park. Well, I did take a trip this summer out west down to West Texas and southern New Mexico, and we did visit White Sands National Park, and we did plan to visit Gila Cliff Dwellings, but there was a forest fire in the area and we were not allowed to enter that one, so I'd have to say false on that one, right? So it's true that we visited White Sands, but it is false that we visited Gila Cliff Dwellings. And so if we're using the word and here, then both of them have to be true for the whole statement to be true. Here I have one true and one false, which means the entire statement is therefore false. I did not visit both White Sands and Gila Cliff Dwellings. We only visited White Sands. Okay, so the entire statement then is false. Okay, the statement as a whole. If I said I visited White Sands National Park or Gila Cliff Dwellings National Park, well, in this case, that statement has a true and a false part, but we're using a disjunction. A disjunction is true if one or the other simple statement is true, or both. It could be the case that both are true, and this would work out as well. So here the or statement is true. Okay. Another example, thinking about conditionals and biconditionals. Let's see. An example of a conditional statement might be if there is a forest fire, I cannot visit Gila Cliff Dwellings National Park. I'll abbreviate all that, right? And okay, so that's true, right? If there's a forest fire, I can't go in there. They wouldn't allow us anyway. We drove 3 hours to get there. Apparently, we didn't check the right part of the website before we left, and we get there and there's some DNR and police officers at the entrance saying you guys can't enter. So we turned around. It was kind of a bummer, but we get to do a lot of other cool stuff on the trip. So this is a conditional statement, also one that is true, and it's true because this first one here sort of caused the second one, or created the situation where the other one occurred. And it would be that case every time. Now, a biconditional, a good example of a biconditional, while we were in Texas, we summited Guadalupe Peak, which is the highest point in Texas in Guadalupe Mountain National Park, and it was our 39th, my wife and I, it was our 39th state high point that we have visited. And so a biconditional statement might be, we visited 39 state high points, or if, I should say, if, no, I don't want to say that. No, that's fine. Yeah, we visited 39 state high points if and only if we have 11 left to visit. Okay, that would be a biconditional statement, because I could rephrase that and say, if we visited 39 state high points, then we have 11 left to visit. And I could also say, if we have 11 left to visit, then we have visited 39 state high points. Both directions are true. Okay, so that makes this a valid biconditional statement. And it is true for my wife and I. Okay. Of course, this has taken place over about a 12-year period. A lot of driving and stuff, and hiking. But kind of a fun little activity, right? Takes us to places that we would have never probably gone to otherwise. So anyway, that's a kind of an interesting biconditional statement. We have conditional statements, disjunction, conjunction. So hopefully that gives you a kind of an idea of some of these examples.